gonna get Stonebriggs back to Whitethrone then if we're using your horse, Jack?
Alana volunteers to go by herself. Or actually, no, yeah, she volunteers to go by herself. He's a bit reluctant to let her go,
That's
but
a really bad idea, Alana. I mean, don't get me wrong, we need to get information out as quickly as possible, but if you die on the road, no information's getting there.
she's a pretty skilled scout. That's her primary function.
Well,
She stabs people in the throat with arrows.
uh-huh.
She might be a badass. She might be. I mean...
So Jack's on
Didn't
my
mean to
side,
say
he wants her to come with us, right?
You just want to tap that.
He wants her to come, like, to not go. He actually wants to go with her, but he doesn't, like, logically he understands that this isn't feasible and that somebody has to do it. So at this point he's okay with the idea.
Okay, whatever. GLHF kid. Alright, well, we're heading to Whitethrone then.
Okay.
So we load up and fucking start heading out. Actually, fuck that. Before we leave, I'm gonna propose to the party that we sleep throughout the day now, and then we head out at night. Well, at least we have walls around it. We can at least spend a couple hours inside the fucking walls.
Sleep's
Yeah,
a good
that will
idea.
allow me to, like, regenerate some of my healing,
Even
maybe.
though there's no fucking walls left. I mean, some protection's better than no protection.
I mean, it's better than the wilderness, maybe?
Yeah. Plus, it at least gives us high points to stand guard from. So, everyone
Okay.
cool with that?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm gonna take first guard again, and who wants second guard?
I'll take second guard.
Okay.
So.
So
Okay.
yeah, we do that until, like, I mean, we sleep for however long we need to.
You guys sleep and nothing happens. You wake up.
Cool. So then
Pack
we
up our stuff and
Let's
let's
go to Whitethrone.
wave out to Alana, give her a little prayer.
Okay. She heads off and thanks you guys. You guys eventually make it back to Whitethrone uneventfully. I already did all the rolls for that.
We make it all the way back to Whitethrone? Without
Mhm.
any issues? Fucking A. How
Awesome.
out of booze am I?
You were way out of booze.
Like, how long
Did you
have I
guys-
been out of
Taken.
booze?
Okay, did you guys do anything before leaving the keep or just leave?
I just left.
packed up our stuff and left.
Well, actually, that's not true. Gitbar would at the very least go and look if there was any fucking, like, wine barrels or anything sitting around. Those types
Okay.
of fucking things. Because he wouldn't scavenge anything except for good wine or good alcohol.
Okay, so you have enough alcohol to last you.
Okay.
You do run out of food on the 5th day, so you guys all feel like shit on the way
We
there.
eat Git Bar.
Like, you guys didn't resupply on anything, so you're just out of food halfway
Jack
through the
didn't
trip.
grab anything?
No.
Or Captain Stonebriggs or Jack didn't say
God damn
anything
it,
about
Jack.
us being low on food?
He just
Set
assumed you
that
guys knew
up.
what you're doing.
Ah, you piece of fucking horrible. God, you're the worst fucking captain. Alright, so I've got plenty of booze. So we make it back to town, and we head straight towards the guild house.
What do you do with Stonebriggs?
Bring him with us.
Okay. You get back to the guild.
So I go, I fucking knock on the front door, and I'm like, let me the fuck in! Or I just open the door, whatever.
You can just enter, it's always unlocked.
Cool. How's Stonebriggs looking at this point? I'm assuming Kitty healed him every day the whole way.
He looks to be much better. He probably won't be seeing combat anytime soon, but he seems to have recovered.
Cool. So I'm
Well,
like,
guy, I guess you could retire finally.
Stonebriggs, you know Malachi at all?
I've heard of him. I've never actually met the man.
Cool, let's go meet him. So I walk upstairs and I go fucking knock on Malachi's big creepy ass door. Assuming nobody stops me inside.
No. Everyone's just like, welcome back, you know, that kind of usual shit. You're all pretty close.
Hey bros. Bad shit happened. You ready for a fucking fight? Gotta go talk to Malachi. Is he here, by the way? Is he in? Or is he
Yeah,
off
he's
doing
in his
weird
office.
Mage shit. Cool.
So you go up to the office, knock on the door. The door is opened, and you see a familiar figure of a 12-year-old girl that's oddly resembling a ghastly-looking marionette.
Hi, Jelly.
She just kind of nods at you and backs off. You see Malachi sitting at his desk, studiously working on some
I forgot
paperwork.
to get her fucking candy again. God damn it.
Yeah, I forgot you also.
Son of a bitch. Sorry, Jelly.
I waved to Shelly like, hi.
Does Chelly kill Shawhead now? Or is that...
Why would she kill Shawhead?
Because last time they met, Shawhead was a jerk.
Eh,
Oh, damn it, Chelly. Alright.
she doesn't really
He's
care.
always a jerk.
I mean, fine.
She basically acknowledges all of you, including Stonebriggs, except for Kitty.
All right, Malachi. Does he acknowledge us
welcome
when we
back.
walk in?
Yeah, he just kind of looks up at you guys and he sees Captain Stonebriggs, and then he just kind of puts his pen down, like sits back up and is like, "So, I assume that didn't go too well, assuming how the captain is here."
It went really super well. So this is what happened, Malachi, and I break him down the whole trip with the mage being a dick and all of that nonsense all the way there, and then I break him down how we talked to Stonebriggs and how he sent us off to the armory, and then once we get to the actual keep exploding part, I let Stonebriggs go ahead and finish up the story.
Okay, so Stonebriggs adds in the story, his portion of the story, and Malachi just kind of shakes his head and face palms and is just like, "God damn it."
I mean, there wasn't really much more we could do, man.
Yeah, no, he looks at you guys and says, you did the best you could, and it was a job well done. We'll see that you're compensated for assisting the vigil."
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about House Arabis.
Erebus?
It was supposedly what that mage was in.
Yeah, the Mages Guild.
Yeah, the Mages Guild. That guy was
Yeah,
a dick, dude.
Alright.
he just kind of looks at you grimly and like nods and says, "What in particular were you asking for?"
So there was when the orcs came out, when we got fucking raided that night, they literally said the Humies done betrayed us or some shit along those fucking lines. The mage the entire time was fucking putting us to sleep at night. And then we got there, he immediately bailed, and a magic bomb went off like a day and a half later in one of the caravans that he was fucking bringing there. So, I mean, I don't mean to say he done did it, but
There's
probably
heavy
done
signs for
fucking
it.
did it.
Well, were there? So you notice signs of magic, right?
Yes.
And then Stonebriggs
Mhm.
pipes in and says that the gate was also tampered with.
Yeah, Shawhead said that there was some... What the fuck did you say? High-level rogue was fucking messing with it, high-level thief or something? Also,
I say that there was some magic with it. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Thieves Guild was supposedly the ones who were supposed to be going to the armory, and they just never showed up. So Stonebriggs over here decided that they probably just got intercepted and died. I'm thinking they actually are just assholes and sabotaged everything. Or at least had a part in it.
Upon hearing that, you actually notice that your guildmaster gets visibly angry, which is unusual.
Yeah.
Like you would know that.
Yeah.
He slams his fist on the table and curses, and he says, "Fucking talons," and just continues to grumble on.
I'm gonna take a step away from Shelly.
Chelly is actually pretty peachy. She's
Yeah, I'd
got
take
her
a step
hand
closer to
halfway
Shelly.
dug into a pot of honey and is just kind of licking her hand. Yeah, he just continues to mutter on for a bit and goes on to say it was probably the fucking Shadow Talons. Like, who else could it have been? Like, are you sure it was House Erebus? Because this sounds more like a...
We're pretty sure it was
Talon
House
job.
Erebus.
Do the Shadow Talons have anything to do with fucking magic? Because from what I know of rogues and sneakiness, they're dicks and like to steal and like to do fucking annoying things, but I've never seen one blow up a city.
He motions for you guys to take a seat. This might take a while to explain.
Sure.
Okay, so...
hold on, I need to check my wine supply. How am I looking on wine? Just gonna like...
just good. Yeah.
Cool. Pop it up. Take a couple sips. Offer him one.
Before he starts, he looks at Captain Stonebriggs and asks if he needs to visit the guild's healer. Or, if he requires any rest and whatnot, does he need to report to the vigil? Stonebriggs...
And we did tell him about Alana, right? Heading to
Yeah.
the next keep. Cool.
Yeah. Stonebriggs accepts and departs and goes back to the vigil to report in. Okay, so Malachi then goes on to say, it's a complicated story with the Talons, to say the least. Are you aware of the free province of Port Haragon to the east?
No.
Yeah, totally.
Nope.
No responses?
No.
Okay. Port Haragon is actually one of the few provinces that fall in the territory of Valeria, but they're not under rule of Whitethrone. They managed to maintain their independence through prosperous trade and pretty much a domineering market, to even where the Merchants Association has trouble, competing with them. It also used to be the central hub for all rogues, thieves, assassins, skulkers of the like. There were a good 5 or 6 guilds there at the time, and they were all very flourishing and wealthy at the point. Now, what happened about a year ago was that the Shadow Talons came in. They were the 6th guild, and the details aren't exactly sure of what happened, but within the span of about 3 months, every other opposing Rogues Guild was systematically eliminated, just outright wiped out. It was a one-sided massacre, and not much is known aside from that. They've monopolized basically the black market and any kind of shadows there.
When you say wiped out, do you literally mean like massacred in the streets, or do you mean like just remove their organization?
They were taken out through cruel and unusual methods.
Okay.
Rumor has it that one of the guilds, one of the guild houses were burned down and all their members were trapped inside. Another one has it that all the guild members, just vanished and everyone assumes that they're dead. The very last guild to have been taken out, the members actually returned to find the entire place trashed, and their guildmaster's head was on a spit roasting over the fire in the Grand Hall. And since then, everyone's just dispersed and been crushed.
Lovely. Any magic of any kind, though?
And that's the unusual thing here. Rumor has it that all of their members do dabble in some form of magic. They work in both the shadows and in the arcane, which is why they're the most likely target at this point if it's sabotage and arcana.
See, I mean, I dabble in the arcane, but I am not able to set off a bomb that would destroy an entire keep. Is my point here? How much dabbling
Fallout
is required?
now.
How much dabbling is required to set runes in the ground that explode a fucking castle? I get that you're not a fan of these Shadow Talon guys, but I think it's probably best to not rule out House Erebus just purely because those guys are also assholes.
He just kind of muses over it.
And it was their caravan with their guard. Well, it's the merchant's caravan with their guard.
Well, I mean, they were sending weapons and armor and various alchemic supplies, so a lot of it could have been very well, flammable.
It's true. I'm not saying
he agrees that there is a potential for House Erebus to have done something, but he feels like it would have been very unlikely since they've been pretty reliably aiding the war effort in the south for a decent while now.
Okay.
Or at least trying to. Their caravans have all gotten intercepted.
Okay. I would like to talk to that mage again at some point, though, but that's fine.
Okay.
And by talk to, I mean smash my hammer through his fucking face. Well, what now? I mean, you're the GM. What do we do? And I literally say GM, by the way.
Yeah, he just kind of nods acknowledgingly first and says, well, ideally, I'd like you guys to check out if the Shadow Talons had any dealings with this.
How the hell do you expect me to find... Oh! Did we tell you outside the Merchants Guild when we first fucking showed up that whole fiasco?
No, I haven't been informed since you guys left.
Yeah, so when we were showing up at the Merchants Guild, there were 3 dudes. It was 3 dudes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 humans and a drow.
2 humans and a drow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're outside sneaking the fuck about, and I got blasted with some kind of big fucking magical fog, and the rest of these 3 let them get away. But yeah, that happened.
Okay.
What?
He doesn't really have much to add on to that.
Just letting you know that... I mean, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna find... How do you go about finding the Shadow Talons? That doesn't sound like...
Rumor has it that
go to
one
the
does
port.
not find the Talons, they find you. So I'm assuming if you go to the port and start stirring up enough trouble, they'll eventually
So you want...
approach you.
You want us to go act as bait ourselves to a guild that removed 5 other guilds from an entire fucking city. That's what you're proposing?
I've had correspondence with their leader before. I haven't actually met him in person, but they do appear to be reasonable to some degree. Like, if you want to talk, I'm assuming there's some way to open up diplomacy. If you want, I'll send a pigeon myself to notify them.
That would be nice. So that I don't just walk into a fucking battlefield.
Okay. He starts writing a letter and leaves it at that. He doesn't answer anything else.
Okay. Thanks, Malachi. Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
When are we supposed to be heading out, by the way? You want us? Can we like hang